If it doesn't, if the sound goes out, there's nothing I can do about that. But we'll try it one more time. Well, hopefully you can hear me now. Wish, wish, I wish for a fish so I don't have to eat black licorice. Swear all these walleye that are supposed to be here. That's what I want to know. Already take a goddamn nap.
just looking to see where your lines are at.
The is pushing everything that way pretty strong. So
Right.
I've been casting to the right, but it pulls it that way. So wherever you're fishing, just cast to the right, but because the current is going to pull it, it's pretty strong
Right. So
current.
I'm using Rapala. So yeah, I'll be keeping it
Yeah,
coming in.
yeah,
But
because
sometimes if you use a heavy weight, you keep it out there.
yeah,
I just wanted to see where your line was at.
yeah. I mean that one's kind of in the front. That one's way over, and that one's kind of cockeyed. But yeah, I mean if you're retrieving, I mean just it'll still go down. You know, the current will take it.
Yeah, no matter what sinker you have.
Yeah, I got 1 ounces and it's pulling it like it's not like a split shot. So
Oh yeah, that one's staying out there good.
yeah, but that one slowly kind of bumps over, but this one and that one they get pulled. So but I haven't caught shit today.
Yeah, we tried my favorite place over there, and
I always fish around that bend there where the river came out, and it's about maybe 10 feet or maybe about 5 feet high. So it's all on the weed line. So I walked down there and then I turned right around, came back, and I thought I'll just come here. I mean, I normally don't fish this spot because I have way better luck down there. But I did catch my personal best walleye last year right here. So it was
I
like
caught a lot here.
20, 24
I've
incher.
done better with the Rapala. See, what I do is throw it as far as I can, flick it, and just let it because I got a big sinker on there. I just let it.
Yeah, so it looks like it's swimming. Yeah, I mean, that's a good technique. This is, for me, it's just drop shot with a but I don't know. Today, the fishing reports are saying all the riverways, the walleyes are in pre-spawn and they're biting. But man, I'm telling you, I haven't had jack shit today.
I don't know if they'd be all the way up to the dam already.
Well, I mean, they'd be on their way to the dam. That's why I was kind of wondering why. I know if I was over there, I'd probably have three already, but it's too flooded.
When you say over there, are you talking about the bay?
Yeah, like see where that ends right there, and you can't see anymore to the left.
There's a little bay in there.
Yeah, that's where I normally fish.
Yeah,
So like right in the middle.
yeah. There's a kind of a muddy bottom, warmer bottom.
Yeah. And then if you walk further down around a little bit, there's a big old log, and it's like super shallow over there. Like when smallies are biting, I mean you throw a plopper out there, and I mean it's just boom, 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 and I mean they're nice. I mean I love smallmouth. It's they fight hard, but it all depends. Like this year, I bought a kayak, so I'm going to be doing a lot of new spot fishing. Where I can actually access, or take it, and go across the river, and go on that side.
Yeah, I've been looking into kayaks, and if you're willing to spend the money for a good one, they don't tip.
Yeah.
You know.
What I bought it's by Real Kayak or Real Yak, I think is the product. It's a modular. It's a two-piece that it snaps in, and then you lock it. So it's like in my car, BMW. So it fit, but I took it out of the box and assembled it in my house. Just kind of see what it was and sat in it, and it's pretty sturdy. I did some reviews on it. I dropped $12.99 for it, but it's mainly for the module where I can put it in the car, not have to buy a mount or haul a bolt. Um, and then I bought the motorized outfit for it, where it's a fin, and it's got like one of those scuba things. It's battery operated, and man, I'm telling you, it's got to register it apparently because you can't have a battery motor. You still got to register it with the state. But I watched previews. I did extensive reviews on it. I mean, it's got some speed if you need it. I mean, it'll, on the medium mode, it's probably like that boat. But on fast mode, it's like a little bit fast. I mean, it's not a boat. you know, so you're not zipping as far as you can. But like if I was on a big lake and it's quiet, going along the side for bass and stuff, it's perfect. Or stand up and fly rod, you know. I'm excited to try it out. I mean, I bought the wife one too. I said, well, you can come with me, and she's like, oh,
Did I hear you right? It's a kayak?
yeah,
You stand up and fly fish?
yeah, you can stand up in it and everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you gotta balance, you know. You gotta keep your balance. But I mean, if you're like fly rod, I mean, even if you tip, if you're only in like 5 feet of water, I mean, you just go on the front and just pull it under, and then just army crawl up it, you know. But I'm gonna have camera equipment, so I can't tip over. It's like, there goes the cameras, you know.
Yeah.
But I mean, if things play out right, I mean, it'll be pretty fun. You know, it'll give me freedom. I've been YouTubing for a year. You know, I got a pretty good following. They always see me on the shore, and people are like, "You ever think about getting a boat?" And it's like, yeah, but you know, I don't want to drop like 6, 7 thousand on a boat. And one of my friends said, "Well, get a kayak, get a fishing kayak. You know, those are real nice nowadays." And so I looked into it, and I saw the cost. I'm like, well, I could get that. You know, I had a pretty big tax return. So
See, that's the problem of life.
yeah,
There is no perfect boat.
yeah, I know.
I want a pontoon boat.
Yeah, that would be fun. They got these new boats coming out I've been seeing that are really cool. They're like speedboats, but they're mini. Like you'd see at a carnival, you sit in, you know, it's not big at all, but that thing is like,
I think I've seen one. The last one I saw was on the voyage. This guy was on shore. He had a 25 horse on this 7-foot boat, and the boat was full of water. That's how it's designed.
yeah,
And as he goes, the water drains out. Pretty soon, 25 horse Mercury is the high RPM motor.
yeah, yeah. My dad, when I was a kid, he had a pretty nice boat, so I was always on the water with him. But you know, I don't care to get anything super big or fancy. The kayak I bought is nice enough. I mean, it's, you know. And then I found this chair. This thing is, I love this chair, man. You can sit back, you can take a nap in it. You can, you know, you can adjust it up and take this off, you know, and just sit. It was only $35. And that was the biggest complaint. I'm like, on days when they're not biting, you know, it's like, I wish I could just take a nap or sit back. And I did a search and found this thing, and I got it, and I brought it out and I tried it, and I'm like, oh, this is nice.
Tie a line to your toe.
Yeah, the old way. Just be like, oh, so it's like a sturgeon. You get dragged in the water.
My dad had a pontoon boat with a pop-up bathroom in it.
Oh, really?
Talk about him. So I got to sit in the front, one of the cabins,
Yeah,
live well, cooler, you know.
yeah,
Get up and go to the bathroom is as much work as I did all day.
yeah,
That
yeah.
was nice, but to be honest with you, my favorite boat has been a paddle boat.
Yeah, those are nice too.
We fished Devil's Lake,
Yeah.
and that lake, the fish are looking at you, looking at them typically.
Oh, yeah, I know.
And there's something with on the north shore, you know, there's underwater 10 feet or so, there's it comes out
Yeah,
in between the railroad tracks, which is deeper water,
Yeah.
and then obviously down to 40 feet of water.
yeah,
But if I go back and forth over that, it's just like a beer in this hand, a fishing pole here, and pedaling.
yeah,
And when you're pedaling your ass off, you don't get backache.
yeah.
It's not
No,
like sitting in a canoe.
yeah, yeah. I'm born and raised from Baraboo.
Oh,
I love Baraboo. Yeah, I believe it or not, I've never caught a trout in my entire life. And everybody's like, you live right by Devil's Lake, and I'm like, I just never caught a trout. Now I'm going to catch a trout because I know the area you're talking about. That's a lot. That's a big area where they congregate. my stepson, when he was 8, we went out there and he thought he had like a big bass, and I was like, keep your pole steady, and he reeled it in, and he's like, I don't know what this is. I think it's a muskie, and I'm like, yeah, ain't no muskie. And I started walking over, and I'm like, what the fuck is that? And then all of a sudden, I'm like, oh my god, you caught a brown trout, and it was like 15 inches
Oh, I've seen 35
out of
inches.
out of there. Yeah,
I threw a night crawler out back. I used to live in Barebow. I was born in Barebow too.
yeah,
I moved out when I was quite young. But I would, in my yard in Barebow, I lived right across from the subway in West Barebow. And the ground was fertile and night crawler picking was great.
yeah,
And so I didn't care if I went with a coffee can and night crawlers.
yeah.
It's the only way those bass and wanted is it was a whole night crawler.
Oh yeah,
And I would take the night crawler and knock them out, and because otherwise they coil up,
yeah,
knock them out on both ends, and then they go through like that.
yeah, like a
So
wacky
one
worm.
time I cast out there in that area I'm talking about, two of the biggest brown trout were dive nosing at it. I saw them, but I didn't get. I've never caught a trout.
One of my buddies, he's a YouTuber. He was fishing by the on the south side where the dog park is, and he was fishing in that part of the Baraboo River, and he caught like a 30-inch brown trout out of there. Yeah, I was like, what? He's like, yeah, I watched the video, so I watched it. I'm like, I know exactly where you were at. God damn. So I went down there with a bunch of rooster tails, like 15 of them, and I lost every single one in the rocks. I'm like, yeah, this sucks. So if I fish the Baraboo River, it's a bobber with a red worm about that far from the.
Right.
That way, you just let it float, and
What I do is go, especially below Oxnard, I'll go behind rocks and just jig behind rocks right
oh
close
yeah,
to shore.
yeah, they'll come out and grab it.
Yeah,
And
and then
Devil's
go over
Lake on
that
this
rock.
Devil's Lake on the south side too. If you do that by those rocks, you get those warmouth that come out and they go after bait. But
Oh yeah,
I always fished on the dock. When there's no boats, I went out there and I would just catch bass after bass using ploppers. But all my friends tell me, they're like, well, if you get a boat, go on the north side, to the where the railroad tracks are, and go along that about 15 feet deep of water. He goes, you'll catch trout all day.
huh.
I'm like, okay, well, maybe I'll try it this year.
I like to interview the skin divers, scuba divers,
Yeah,
and I've had quite a few tell me that they like to churn rocks over for the bass. Those big largemouths will be poking at their mass and getting
yeah,
to look for snails.
yeah,
And I said, "You ever see northern?" He said, "Yeah, but the only time you really see the northern is they'll back themselves onto a weed line. So and they just sit there day after day after day. They'll just grab fishes and sit by the weed line."
yeah, yeah. My dad caught quite a few northern out of there when I was younger, ice fishing. I go to Lake Mason for bass in that little Emery pond on the other side. I'm telling you, the smallest bass I've caught out of there is like 14 inches. There's some big bass. The biggest one I caught out of there was 22 inches, largemouth.
Recently,
Yeah,
when we went by there in the deep winter, I didn't see a single ice fisherman out there.
yeah. I think from October to February you can't fish out there
Oh,
because it's a reserve. But no, I caught my record northern out there too from shore. It was like 37 inches, 15 pounds. I couldn't believe I caught that. I was just like, when he came up to the shoreline, I was like, oh my God. I'm like, headed up to the camera, just big old mouth. And then he ripped my finger. He got my finger just bleeding. And I'm like, I don't care. I just duck in the water and kept fishing. Ah, that was a snag. Yeah, a lot of leaves down there too today. I'm probably gonna put that one away if you want to take this area right here. Water is still cold.
Lazy.
Yeah, I know. I've been lazy all week. I kind of forced myself to get out of the house. Oh wait. Oh, god damn! Another snag. It just ain't biting today. Not even a bite.
I thought Lake Delton, usually they go up into the Lake Delton Creek here
Oh yeah,
because that water is a little warmer. Wherever there's warmer water, they're going to go to this time of year.
yeah. Another thing too is it is early. I noticed that they start picking up like when the sun starts going down. Here, I'll move this. That way you can get up this area.
It's a rule of thumb. It's like the middle week of.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean.
Or it's, yeah, you should have been here last week.
Oh shit.
This year was kind of colder.
Yeah, it was.
It's all in that water temperature, I think.
No, I agree. Uh-oh. It's like bass, you know, it's like and crappie. It's like you gotta have it just at the right temperature. Oh shit.
And then once you find them.
Yeah, you gotta find them. I went to that spot 2 years ago where I bass fished, and it was early. It was like one of the first times I went out, and the water was open, so I put a minnow on, and I got bit right away. I'm like, what the hell? And I reeled it in. It was a crappie, and I'm like, ooh, crappie are biting. So I switched it over to a bobber, 18 inches, and I had rosy reds that day, and they just loved them. So I would just throw it out there, and I just jig, 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 stop, and it just go right under. And I caught 53 crappie in like an hour. It was just every cast. It was like bonk, bonk, bonk. And I mean, they were like 11 inches. A couple were really big. And then I, packed up and I came back and I was driving back and I thought, well, I got some minnows yet. I just try my spot. Left the bobber on. I just threw it out there, but I switched it to a sink bobber, where it goes down and slip. And about an hour went by and I was like, the wife was like, yeah, I'm kind of hungry. I'm like, yeah, let's get out of here. And I looked at him like, where's my bobber? I don't see it. And all of a sudden I was like, started reeling in. All of a sudden the pole's like this. And I was like, oh shit, I got a fish. And I brought it in. That thing was a 16-inch black crappie I caught over there. It was the only fish I caught, but I was like,
where was that?
Right over there, right at the bay. I was like, holy sh. And my buddy, Jeff, he owns that big cat sanctuary in Rock Springs. He told me that he catches muskie over there all the time. He's like, you haven't caught a muskie yet? And I'm like, no. He goes, dude, they're all over in there. And I'm like, they don't bite what I'm throwing out there. Jesus
It all
Christ.
depends on the water level with them. You can, like I fish.
Can you hear me?
McDonald's over there.
McDonald's.
Yeah, you go down that hill, make across from McDonald's, across from the dam.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
Parking the other side where all
Yep.
that shit is now.
Old Riverview.
Yeah. One day go down there and slaughter bluegills. And then the next day load up for bluegills, and the water had actually dropped a foot, not a bluegill in sight. This old guy comes down with nothing but his rod and a big muskie lure. And he says, yeah, the muskies are here. And I go, yeah, I believe you. They just, they cleaned out the bluegill. They're not here anymore.
Yeah. Yeah.
Either or. You'll have northerns come in like that, or muskies.
You never know what you're going to catch out of here. I mean, in the fall, we came down here and the old lady was like, "Oh, I've never caught a catfish," you know, and I'm catching little channels. And she's like, "I've never caught a catfish," and all that. And all of a sudden her pole goes off and I'm like, "You got a bite." And she ran over and she like grabbed her pole and that pole just took a shit. I mean, went way down. She's like, "Oh my God, I got something big." I'm like, it's probably another sturgeon. Man, she brought in a 32-inch, 15-pound channel cat. It's the biggest one I've ever seen in my life. I'm like, holy shit. And then this woman, I swear to God, has got beginner's luck because 3 weeks prior to that, we were at the far end down there. I was fishing all day. I'm catching sheep's head, a couple walleye. She shows up and she's like, "You got my pole?" I'm like, "Yeah, it's right there set up." She threw out there. She wasn't there more than 20 goddamn minutes. And this is a true story. She fucking broke the state record for short-nosed red horse. It's a sucker. When she was pulling it, I was like, "Whoa!" I'm like, "Hang on to that. Don't throw that back yet." And I went on my live feed and I'm like, "Hey, what's the state record for a red horse?" And somebody looked it up and they're like, "It's, this, and that." We measured it and then I weighed it and I said, "Well, this says it comes up a pound heavier." And everybody's like, "Yeah, you broke the state record." So I said, "Keep the fish. We got to run to Viking and get it officially weighed with a witness real quick." So we did, and it was a couple. It wasn't a full pound. It was like maybe 3/4 of a pound because the scale was off. I had called the DNR. We gave him the measurements and all that stuff. He came out and met us. He examined the fish, looked at it. He went back and he wrote me after that. He goes, "Yeah, she broke the state record. That's the new state record fish for that species." That was September 27th, and now just yesterday she got her certificate in the mail finally, and I'm like, "Good for you." But talk about beginners. I'm like, "You're a Wisconsin state record holder." I said, "Think about that. That's pretty cool." And we sent the fish out to get mounted, and the guy's like, "You want to mount this sucker?" And I'm like, "I know you probably don't get very many of them. It's not a trophy fish." I said, "But it is a record fish." And he's like, "Yeah, I can do it." So we're waiting on that guy. So once that comes in, we'll put it on the wall and then we'll put the cert underneath it. And then if you ever break it or somebody else breaks it, donate it to like Schlieff's or something. They can put it on the wall, or hand it down.
So in all honesty, did like you get a phone call from Zepto and
Oh, yeah.
Line and
Yeah, and they say, "Hey, we see you're a YouTuber. Would you like a sponsor?" "Oh, sure. What do I do?" "We send you products. Just test them out and use them and see how it is." I mean, or they pay you, which is, I got a buddy that wears,
with my Zepto reel and my Shakespeare rod with a MEPS spinner and trilene.
yeah. Let's see, garlic. Let's see, I gotta catch up. Cody Brown, peach power bait is the secret bait. Let's see, power bait. Y'all go, y'all come fish with us type cast. Miss Swift, I'm out there. I'm on my way there by you. Kids are staying home. Sounds good. I haven't had a single goddamn bite though. But stay tuned. I see there's 61 people watching. That's awesome. Just keep watching. I mean, it is a little bit early. Once it starts dropping down a little bit, fish might pick up. Why is he in pajamas? Because I don't give a shit. I'm a local and I live close by, and I just said, you know what? It's a nice day. It's warm out. Screw it. So stay tuned. Hopefully, we'll catch some fish for you guys. But yeah,
So what channel is that?
it's called South Wisconsin Family Fishing.
Okay.
Yeah,
That's all I watch.
yeah. I got that. Then I got a new one called South Wisconsin Kayak Fishing, which I'm going to use for kayak. And I got a third one, but it's not even fishing related. It's I do AI, like I movies. So I sit down, write scripts and all that crap, and then I build movies. Right now I'm working on a sci-fi kind of series. It's like 8 series or 8 episodes for season 1. It's fun. It's fun because I use myself. I'll take pictures and then I'll digitize it and put like a armor outfit on, and then I animate. I write ChatGPT writes the script. I'll give it the idea and it'll write the dialogue. Then I punch that into the video maker with the camera and all that stuff, and it's so it's so photorealistic nowadays. It's like, holy shit. Like I was gonna make one. I was gonna take a walleye and me and morph it together like the fly, and just be like, "Hey, everybody," you know, like it's me but a walleye, realistic walleye. Like, check out what we're catching today. We're fishing for humans, you know. Just make a joke, you know, and get people laughing. But yeah, my channel's doing all right. I mean, I got about almost 2,500 subscribers, and last I looked just now, there was like 61 people watching. So they're just sitting here watching. I mean, they're hearing us talk, chit chat. I mean, no biggie. I got Mike that's dedicated to that. And these things right here, I can walk literally probably all the way to that bend over there and it'll still pick up. Like you're standing right there. These things are unbelievably good mics.
Yeah, I enjoy using your bigger craft.
Yeah.
I'm really into watching survival camping,
Yeah.
where they build their, but I don't like it when they just completely quiet.
Yeah, it's boring. Boring. I mean, I'm quiet, but I chit chat too. Like I check every once in a while, and come up and be like, "Hey, everybody," and see what people are writing. Like, you catching anything? I'll update them and stuff like that. Um, but and this gimbal I bought is really cool because, like, see how I'm walking?
Oh my God.
It follows me, so it's like I have my own cameraman. And then what I do is I'll stop it here, like when I see a good frame, and you go like this, and it'll turn red. And what it does is it freezes it. So like they're watching like the water now, watch me fish, or if I'm taking a nap, or if I'm just doodalling, or if I get a bite, what I do is I'll unlock the camera, it'll start following me and I can get the thing. Then I take that into an editor, I can zoom it and do all that stuff. But normally when I'm doing a video, what I do is I have another camera mount with an iPad, and that's recording like the whole scene. And then in my videos, when I catch a fish, I'll swap the view so it's first person because I usually wear a head camera. So you're seeing me catching, but in the background in a little square, you see the full view, and then I'll catch the fish and get it, and then I swap it back and I walk up to the camera.
So you do a lot of editing.
Oh yeah, but I mean, I went to school for that. I went to college for art, but it's like 30 years ago. I never used it till recently. That's what's funny. You learn Photoshop 3 way back in the day, and then now it's like Photoshop 20, and it's like half the shit it does now is automated. Like in the old days, you had to cut out stuff and pull it apart and add it. Now it's just like click and it just identifies it, pulls it out, and it's like, my God, if I had these tools back in the day, I'd be a millionaire because of my production speed.
That's what I say about guitar playing. If I would have had YouTube back when I was 17, I'd be Eddie Van Halen.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And the stuff they got now, like I do for my videos, I do my own music now. I use this program called Suno, and it's so advanced that like the other day I was playing around with it, and I said I want a song. I want it to sound kind of 80s, like Warrant, and I will sing a couple lyrics, take the sample that I'm going to give you, and build the song around it. And I was like, you know, you're the only one. You know, it kind of did a bullshit song, you know. And like 2 minutes later, this thing wrote it, and then all of a sudden it said "song ready to play." I played that thing; it sounded like a professional band. It even had its own guitar solo, and it wasn't bad at all. I was like, so I played it to my friend. I go, "What do you think of that?" And she's like, "And you wrote that?" And I'm like, "Well, I mean, it was an idea, but I didn't write it. The AI did it." But now for like my movie, like the soundtrack, the ambient noise, I just make my own tracks. And then my channel, I just created my theme song, which is it's country, kind of folk, you know, like a country singer, modern, and he's singing about fishing the Wisconsin dells and baraboo. And it doesn't sound cheesy. It actually rhymes. It's, you know, it's a story. You know, the kids catching walleye, there's no doubt, you know, what that fish is, you know, it, it's impressive. Like the age we're going into right now, and I'm a Gen Xer. You know, I was born in '70, so it's like, you know, it's like when I was a kid. I mean, it's like I wouldn't have even dreamed of this shit coming out. You know, 50 years later.
Right.
You know, It's like, God, back in the day, you had to have talent, like know somebody that plays the guitars, get somebody that plays bass, drums, keyboard maybe, and then, you know, you gotta, hopefully you don't suck when you sing, you know, like people like your shit, or if they don't. Now it's just like, just make a song and they do it for you. It's like, okay, well. But I mean, that's for people that, I mean, if you're a musician, which apparently you are, I mean, like if you played with that, you would be like, hey, I'm going to plug in a guitar riff that I'm going to play. I want you to, yeah, I want you to take the sample I made and add on to it. And you'd be impressed. It's like it.
Adding on is easy.
Mm-hmm.
The riff, the 3/4 note riff, the basics of the song is
The lyrics, all of it.
because a lot of songs are a repetition of that riff.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. I mean,
Songwriting.
and then the singing, you know, you got to, you know, if you can't sing, you got to find somebody that can sing.
Everybody
You know.
you just gotta find your
Ouch.
vocal range.
Yeah, I agree.
Like I love George Lifestyle.
Yeah.
And I have a hard time with them, but then I notice that he goes up his guitar to the front always.
Yeah.
He's got to do all strings, which you don't even know how to happen.
The only thing I don't like about this river is in the springtime, you know, when the boats start coming, like not so much the ducks, but that adventure boat, that hydroplane boat that comes through here, it just rips, and it's like, I don't know, but man, I'm telling you, it just, the waves are just like, Jesus Christ, man. A little bit of wave is good, because if you're, oh shit, that might be a bite.
Yeah, that wasn't a snake.
Ah, he got the minnow. He had to have. Yeah, that was a strike. He took that and ran. It's 5:30 already? They should. They should. I mean, in the evening, walleye, they get more active. Ah, shit. The minnow just came. Man, I thought I was going to get a fish finally. The river's come up since I've been here. I got out here at about 1:30. The river's actually came up about 5 inches, so the water must be, the dams, they must have the dams open now. God damn, that water is cold still. Yeah, I suppose I should check into my audience. What we got? We got 51 people. Let's see, from how many fish today? Absolutely zero. As a matter of fact, only one bite now, and I've been here for quite a while. So I don't know if it's the current or what, or maybe it's just the time of day, but I mean, to get skunked is pretty rare, but it happens. But I don't know. The missus is on her way down, so she might be a good luck. But just hang with me, man. Enjoy this view. This is Wisconsin. This is Wisconsin Dells on the Wisconsin River right here. And this is what it looks like today. It's beautiful. It's almost like it feels like it's early May, late April. So
It's not fair when I fish, though. It's like I tell the game wardens, I don't need a license. I'm God's gift to fishing.
there you go. Yeah, actually the licensing's run out actually at the end of the month, so I'll have to renew mine.
Yeah, I love Faribault.
It's a good city.
I had, well, I don't know if you're, my uncle and aunt got a house right off of the square. It's not far enough. Well,
Hey.
he passed away. His name was Chuck Flower.
Chuck Flower. Did he ask where his bike and everything went?
No.
Interesting.
No.
I'm surprised on that one.
Yeah, he decided he wanted to. Joel and Jim both wanted to.
I'm surprised they wanted to go fishing, and
I know.
but I haven't caught shit. I haven't even had a bite.
No.
No. Matter of fact, just grab the chair. Just use that pole. I put one away actually, so this gentleman could fish. He's from Baraboo too originally. But just use that pole. Yeah, just grab your chair. That's all you need. But make sure the door's locked.
Restraining order for 4 years.
Oh,
Cody,
did she?
Cody showed up, and he tried lying about every little thing. Well, how could that have happened if I was already in jail? Because you went to jail the same day of freaking.
He's a moron. He's definitely a
Judge
moron.
seen right through him. Right.
Yeah.
But yeah, she got it for 4 years.
Good.
Yeah. I told her because Eritrea's like, Mom, don't leave me. And I'm like, oh, she's leaving. She's going fishing with me. She goes, no, I got D&D tonight.
Got Miss Swift here now. She's gonna grab a chair and join along. So, yeah, make sure it's locked. The chair should be. It should be in the trunk. I'm thinking.
Okay.
So.
Yeah, I had to park over here because there was no spots over there.
That's flooded over there. I got
I'm
down.
personally going for a record-breaking red horse.
I told him about your record, your state record.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, shice. Yeah, she was pretty happy about that one. I think she was. I think she was more. No. Yeah. I mean, when she started out, she was pretty green. I asked her when we got together, I said, do you fish? And she's like, I mean, I did when I was younger. I'm like, well, I fish, so hopefully you're going to like to go fishing. Man, she got hooked right away. And then she watched, what I was doing and asked questions. And she's handles herself now, I'm like, well, good for you.
My wife, our anniversary was April 1st, and I asked her what she wanted to do when we were younger. Let's go fishing. So we went to Montello. I got a room, a motel room for a couple days. And I ended up catching 2 wallmount walleyes.
2 walleyes?
Put them on the wall.
Hey, what's up, Travis? Tampa in the building? That's awesome, man. I actually lived in Sarasota for 15 years. I'm from Baraboo, so I have a history of Ringling blood in me. So I went to Sarasota to go visit the other side of that and lived there for 15 years. So, but yeah, Tampa's a good spot. Welcome on. You know what did it is that damn rain we had a couple days ago. Because I was just, you know, looking back on my almanac, and last year this time it wasn't this flooded yet. You know, so that rain we had a couple days ago, that severe weather we were supposed to get, but it passed us. We just got the rain. I mean, all that shit from up north, you know, it comes down the rivers, so that's why the river kind of floods. So I always tell my buddy, I'm like, you know, if you want to go camping on a sandbar, make sure it hasn't rained for like a week first, because your ass will get washed right away.
I'm a river rat.
Yeah.
Well,
I mean, just make sure there's grass on it.
yes. In Caledonia, down by Portage, my mom had lived on a dead end road in the swamp, and he would get daily reports of the dam.
Yeah.
And it's a beautiful day, nothing going on, no rain or nothing. He said, "You guys better go. The water's coming in."
Yeah.
By the time we were loading up the campsite, camping in the backyard, you would hear this noise. It was the water cresting the little valleys in the lands. It was eerie.
Mm,
And by the time we left, we drove through water to get out of it.
yeah. Yeah. Portage is a spot. I mean, I know a lot of people go out on those sandbars, but that's not an area to play. I mean, if there's water coming, you need to get off, because that shit will all go underwater. We used to fish over there by the power plant. There's a bridge. It's called Duck Creek or Long Creek or whatever. We've had some pretty good luck there. A lot of bowfin, they're called. Man, those are. I, yeah, I didn't know what the hell it was when I caught one. I was like, "Can I touch it?"
They're evil.
Yeah, they are. Well, my dad implanted in my head that all the fish over there are mutants because of the hot water. And I believed that as a kid. So when I caught it, I was like, my son, who's 30, was looking and he's like, "That's a catfish." I'm like, "No, that's not a catfish. It doesn't have whiskers." I go, "And the scales are different." I go, "I've never seen this before." And he's like, "What do you think it is?" And I just kept thinking of my goddamn dad. Mutant fish in there. You got to watch out for that. It's radioactive. You know, and I'm like, so I wouldn't touch it. I had it on clippers and I'm trying to snip the hook out. I get home and then I post it. I'm like, "What is this?" And somebody writes back, he goes, "Oh, that's a big bullfin." I'm like, "What is a bullfin?" He's like, "Look it up." I looked it up. I'm like, man, I felt like a dumbass. I'm like, okay, you can touch them. But when I lived in Florida, that was different. Every fish I caught, I was like, "Can you touch this or can you not touch it?"
In Florida?
Yeah, I lived in Sarasota for 15 years.
Yeah, I lived in Key Largo.
Yeah. You know, the fishing down there is way different.
I caught a mutton snapper.
Yeah.
By the time I reeled it in, I was done. I couldn't lift my arms.
Hmm. I got biggest fish I caught down there, or animal, was a 150-pound black tip shark, and that took an hour. And that was the day before Hurricane Francis in 2005. And I remember my arms were jelly. Like I couldn't lift my arms. I even gave it, me and these two other fishermen, I gave my pole to them. I'm like, "You want to help?" And they're like, "Yeah, give me it." You know, and then 15 minutes later, he'd give it to his friend, and we got it. And I cut it in 3 parts and said, "Here's your share, and I'm taking this one." They were like, "Thanks." Shark's delicious. Oh, it was a lot warmer earlier. Now it's starting to chill a little bit.
Yeah, the mutton snapper, one head stuck out the cooler on one side, the tail on the other side. I refused, when I filleted it, I refused to take the fillets off, cut the fillets down. So I had to cook the fillets over 2 burners of my
Yeah.
stove. They were like that thick.
Yeah, they're just
Couldn't
delicious.
give some away, just I couldn't eat
Yeah.
them.
Yeah, I miss that about Florida, man. You catch one big fish, you can eat all week on that thing. And you know, especially if you get a grouper, black grouper, are pretty common where I was living. And they're average about maybe this big, about 25 inches. And you'd flay those up and just delicious. It's my favorite fish to eat, actually.
It's good.
They're so good.
I would even, from the shoreline,
Mullet?
Mangrove.
Yeah, mangrove snappers. Yeah. All bait.
I had one. I had a mangrove snapper trying to take it off the hook. You ever look at one of those?
Yeah.
They got two little fangs like
Yep.
Dracula.
Like little vampire fish.
So sure enough, he caught me at the base of my thumbnail. Bit down. I'm just the back of my thumbnail and.
I know. Everybody's like, well, what's the difference between fresh and saltwater fishing? And I'm like, well, freshwater fishing is very passive. I said saltwater is very aggressive. I said, first off, you don't know what you're going to get. And second off, if you hook onto something big, you're gonna be in for a fight. Like I've seen people catch 9 feet sand sharks, and they're just like sitting there like this on the piers, and a big crowd of people around them. And then it comes to the surface, and you see how big it is. You're like, holy shit! I seen a guy catch a baby Goliath grouper off one of the piers by Tampa. That thing was like the size of a car. I'm like, DNR comes over and he's like, those are legal, right? And he's like, well, what am I supposed to do? And he's like, well, cut your line, it'll rust out. So he snipped, but we saw it. Those things are so big, if you're scuba diving, they'll eat you. I seen videos of those things devouring sharks, just like a goldfish, just suck them right in. Yeah, divers.
Well, I didn't drive. Dad drove past me.
Here?
Yeah, we went 12 all the way up into the Dells area and everything. Dad
Was I parked down there, the other spot?
No, you were parked here, so you were here already. But yeah, we ended up taking A back. And I'm like, yeah, please do.
You were like, fuck it, I'll come out.
Yeah, I did. I know you wanted me to.
Well, I didn't expect it to be dead like this, man. It's like, I can't believe how.
Hey, I'm out. That's all that matters.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just happy to be outside. I needed to take a break from editing.
I'm happy that, I got Mom out. And the bed's going bye-bye tomorrow.
Yeah, that's good. Oh, I think I'm snagged. Oh, maybe not. All right, well, maybe I got a fish, guys. Maybe. No, I'm snagged. Well, I don't know.
Whoever it was, it's off now.
It might have been me. No, that was just crap I got hooked on. And it was pulling though, so I thought
Mine too. I was pulling, so
I thought it was maybe a sturgeon. I was like, all right, I caught a sturgeon at least. Man, for large fatheads, they sure aren't that big compared to what they usually carry down there. Sucks. But yeah, the water is higher than what it was last year because I sent you that thing from last year.
I know, and I posted.
That's the day Blake caught his first sturgeon.
Yeah, and that was the day I caught 9 sturgeon.
Yeah, and I caught like 15 walleye, and it's like fucking nothing today.
Yeah, I reposted it.
Well, I thought I had a fish, but apparently not. Let's see what I got for a charge. 65%. Slick Ricky. Catfish are not currently, but they will be soon. Right now, to be honest with you, the things that are biting are perch, crappie, and northern right now. But you really got to kind of be on a lake body for that. As far as river, walleye right now are biting and sauger, but today not so much. But other fishing reports, like yesterday, I saw people with like a shit ton of walleye. So, anyways,
Hey everyone!
you got Miss Swff in the house. Anyways,
I had to say it near you.
yeah, I know. Well, that battery pack is working all right on that gimbal because I'm still at 65%. That's a lot longer than what I usually get out of that thing.
Yeah, we drove around North Shore. It came all the way up into the Dells. all the way, and the mom was asking me where our house is. And I'm like, that's Torrance Briggsville, Mom. She's like, oh, okay. We didn't make it all the way to the stop and go lights.
Yeah.
For that intersection there. Dad turned off. We ended up going by. They have a Big Reds or whatever. It's a sandwich shop.
Yeah, that new one.
Yeah.
Did you stop there?
No, we didn't stop there. It is open though.
Yeah, I was gonna say, how's the food?
Yeah, I don't know. We didn't stop, but and then we drove all the way back. Mom did pretty good. I mean, she had the window open all the way for like halfway to the Dells.
Yeah.
She made her walk outside. She sat on her walker. I pushed her to the fence, and then I made her walk to the truck.
Yeah.
That's going by my tomorrow.
Bet is. Yeah, I had all the windows open.
Yeah, they're still open.
That's
I
good.
had all the cats bombarded. I didn't even shower. I'll wait till I get home.
Got a shine asshole, don't you?
Oh my god, it's so bad.
So you shit yourself?
Dad was working in the back. Don't say it. You can. They can hear you on the live.
Oh my god. Oh shit. Sorry about that, baby. Yeah, sorry about that, guys. Got a little intimate there. I forgot I had a microphone on. Oops.
Yes, she did. She did. Oh, I did. That's so bad. I was my pants tight. I held it right there. All of a sudden I felt it.
Ew.
And all of a sudden it started going down my leg.
Ew.
Horrible.
Did you at least use a wash?
I did. And it's funny though, because Dad was, and I'm like, you stay right there, so don't come in this kitchen.
Wow.
Stay right there.
That's terrible. I'm sorry.
Yeah. It was horrible.
I bet.
He's asking for things, so I got this bag of shit like this. I'm trying to hand him before I take it outside and throw it away.
Somebody asked me if I was fishing in my pajamas. I'm like, yeah. I don't even got underwear on. Yeah, bullshit. If you got a fish, I'm going to laugh at you. I've been out here all day. If you catch a fish, I'm going to laugh.
Swam by and hit it, both of us.
I was afraid when I
I'm like having one. It's not even wet.
I'll stay here with you. I'm just right now.
Yeah, I was good to get her out finally. She hasn't gone out since November 23rd. That was her first time out.
Wow.
Yeah. And of course, Life 360 is still gonna say she didn't let you. She left her phone at home.
Yeah.
Oh, here we go.
Yeah.
Oh, and if we see it, if we get any more snow, we blame my dad.
We'll probably get.
Robin. He's seen a robin playing.
I saw one today too. Yeah, I saw my first robin this year too. I heard him first.
So did Dad. He's like, oh great, he goes, I just seen a robin.
Yeah. Well, I was outside and.
Best fishes.
What's that?
Best fishes.
Yeah. Yeah. Have a good one.
Have a good day.
But yeah, I heard him first, and then I looked around. There he was in the tree, and I'm like, I see you. I'm like, all right, robins are back.
Right off the bat this morning.
If you see a robin, that means grass is going to start growing.
Yeah, in my family, if my parents see a robin, we get a shit ton of snow.
Mhm.
That's what normally means in my family.
Yeah, I mean, I will probably get maybe 1 or 2 more snows, but I mean, for the most part, the hard winter is all done.
I know, but every those times that we thought that it was spring and all
Yeah.
that, there's a huge jump of snow. I blame my parents because mom seen a robin.
Yeah, well, I mean, this is the only day it's going to be like this. It's going to go back down into the 40s and 30s now after today.
That's why I let the kids stay home and play.
I suppose I should play a game of euchre tonight.
I asked me to stay home till 5:30 and then come home. I'm like, it's gonna get dark. I said, let's do sunset. I said, I'd like to get out.
Yeah.
He's like, well, tonight I can stay home. But you guys know the rules.
Yeah.
I messaged you, but I realized you were in
Yeah.
That's when I just made the decision on my own. Okay, they can stay home. You know the rules. Nobody in the house. I told TJ, I said, you listen to your brother. I said, he will call me. I said, I am not going live, so he will call me if you're not.
My feet are frozen. What's that? What'd you say, baby?
I think there's like a branch or something down in there.
Yeah, well, that area where you're at is all rocks, but there's a hole down there. That's why I I caught my PB walleye right here. That's why I'm not knocking it. I mean, I'd prefer to be at our normal spot, but right. And I mean, it's kind of good that I'm here too because you don't have to walk to grab equipment. You can just. That's why I figured you should come out because it's easy access.
Yeah, right here. I don't have to freaking walk so far.
Yeah.
So it sounds like on the 20th, Amanda's gonna come keep an eye on Mom. So I can go to Madison and Dad for his surgery.
Hmm.
On DJ's birthday, about 2 days.
Well, DJ can stay home, and it'll be a quick surgery. It's only like a 45-minute procedure.
It's also on a Friday, so he better not go out.
He will.
Well, I'm sorry, my kid comes first.
Yeah. So what are you? If that bed goes, are you done with the overnights?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Good. Those fucking crab cakes were fucking delicious. Oh my god, they were so good. Although when I weighed myself this morning, I weighed 192.4, so the 2 pounds I lost are in my belly.
It's gonna take more than 24 hours for it to come out of your system.
I know, and then you're the fucking devil sending me pictures of a fucking tiramisu cream pie. I'm like,
I
oh.
wasn't sure because it was cheat day. And I was
Cheat
like,
day,
oh my
right.
God, it's just a cream pie. It's that big. It's
Right.
Not big. It's not the cake. I see the pie. I was like,
I know, but
oh
cheat
my
day,
God, that sucks.
cheat day for me is like, you know,
I was gonna
using sauces or maybe have mashed potatoes
right,
or
I was
something
gonna get him to,
fried.
and I was like, no, I can't do that to him.
Yeah, I can't have sugar at all.
I'm sorry.
That's pure sugar. I mean, in the old days when you're sitting next to me eating your pie, I'd be like just drooling. Now I'm actually disgusted. It's like I can't eat that. I've trained my brain that way now.
You know, Mom asked me for some scrambled eggs. Actually asked for scrambled eggs. She goes, but don't put sugar in them. I'm like, who in the hell puts
Sugar.
sugar in their scrambled eggs? And she points to Dad's office. So I'm like, yeah, I'm like, do you seriously put sugar in your scrambled eggs? He goes, yeah, I do. He goes, it's really
Yuck.
good. And I'm like, you're disgusting.
That is disgusting.
Gross. I'm sorry. I'd rather have my mustard in my scrambled eggs.
Yuck. Even mustard in eggs.
The mustard just gives it more flavor. It gives it a tangy flavor. That's all it is.
I wish we had a can of corned beef because I wouldn't mind having like eggs and corned beef tonight. Like change it up a little
You can't have corned beef.
because of the potatoes and the salt. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, maybe instead of an omelet, like maybe there's a way you can cook up like some kind of scramble. Or is it? No, it's probably easier just doing an omelet.
No, like maybe scramble up some eggs and
Like cheesy eggs and then cut up some avocado and just mix it in or
yeah,
mush.
kind of
Like a scramble.
A scramble instead of the omelet almost.
Yeah, that sounds fucking delicious. I mean, if I caught goddamn fish today, I was gonna have fish.
Oh my god, get followed by. He actually, Dad did it. I just set everything up. Couldn't do it. But this is the new flooring that's going in the bathroom and in the hallway.
Yeah.
That's the basement door.
Wow.
Yeah. We had to put a piece of metal up there because a little bit scratched through all the drywall.
Wow.
Yeah. That's a nice flooring. It's a lot thicker too. It's like that thick compared to like really thin.
Well, my feet are starting to hurt because they are fucking frozen.
That's okay. I'm wearing mom's pants. They're socks. Good bad.
Yeah.
You're really bad. Like, yeah, yeah. Just stay in here. Don't go out there. Stay in here.
You know what's cool is like when I had the backpack set up when I walked down there,
Yeah.
I actually had the tripod on one side that has one, and on the other side, those two, I put two poles in and the third one, so they were on the backpack, and all I was carrying was the chair and then the bait. Yeah,
That's what they're for too. Is for that.
I was like, I really like this backpack. Hey, come here. So behind you, there's like two guys up there. They're like jamming music. They smoke a whole pack of cigarettes and they're constantly scrolling with their females and stuff. Dude, serious? Yeah.
I seen Cece's post, and she says that they got a new puppy for Lorenzo. They'll be 3 months apart. Baby that's unborn yet.
Disgusting.
And they got a new SUV.
Yeah, I
And
bet.
she's really proud because her and Jake have never depended on anybody. They really are Mr. and Mrs. Fix-It. Now to put a down payment on the pool that they're getting. And a second backup car. Okay, how about the car you freaking wrecked?
I
That
can't
you owe
wait.
Amanda?
I can't wait Until fucking Jake gets popped.
I know.
And they're just sitting there like, ugh. It's like, Cece, you're white trash.
Oh.
Let
Is
'em-
that fish or is that something to turn past? Let's hope it's a fish.
Well, we'll let him play with it this time instead of grabbing the pole. I think it was stuck and it finally got released.
Were you the one that put the box inside the house or was that the kids?
Where? Oh, I put it inside the house. I was looking closer at that. On my order, I did order a splash guard.
And then you turned around and bought another one.
Did I?
Yeah. Because that one's separate.
Okay, so then that's your splash guard.
Okay. Okay.
So I was thinking ahead.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Well, it makes sense then.
But I don't remember buying two. That's the thing.
I think yours automatically came with.
I don't think it did. No, because I looked at the packing slip or the instructions. It doesn't come with a splash guard. And that one had a splash guard when I opened the big box.
Right.
So, and this one's separate. So either it comes with a splash guard and they don't put it in it says what's included and
Right.
it does not include a splash guard.
Huh.
So I'm thinking what happened is they looked at the order and they just threw one in there when they packed it because I ordered a propeller drive.
Yeah.
Now, if yours comes and there's a splash guard, then we have an extra one and we can just see if we can send it back and get 75 bucks. But if yours doesn't come with a splash guard, then we got an extra splash guard. Because what you do is you put your troller in and then you put that around it and it's all nice and there's no water coming up.
Right. And I don't want water coming up anyway.
Well, I mean, it's sunk, so there is water that comes up, but it doesn't
Right.
come in the
right.
boat unless you're really splashing everywhere. But that guard will make sure that there's no water coming
Right.
up.
Right.
Say about another 15 minutes, I'm going to pack it up. My feet are cold. It wasn't earlier, it was quite pleasant. I mean, the water was cold, but my feet got used to it.
I had to move 2 poles over to the side and take out boots in order to get to my chair. But then I put the boots back where they were and I put the poles back where they were.
I don't like fishing down here. I mean, I'm glad it's quiet right now, but this is like not my favorite spot anymore to come.
I know. Different if the freaking island was open.
Yeah, I mean, we got a few months. I mean, we're going to be
That's where I did get my big ass sturgeon.
yeah, we're going to be I'm going to be migrating to bass fishing and crappie if that waterway opens up by Emery. And I'll probably take the kayak out for that. You know, like I'll go to the boat landing, park, and then just paddle.
Right.
I mean, if they're going to bite, they're going to be biting anytime.
Yeah.
I'm going to
I
check.
like seeing your spots.
Yeah, I'm going to check it. Minnow's still on.
I know, buddy.
Yeah. Eight people. Hey, Skipjack Cindy, how's it going? Oh, that's cool. Real small on. Were you with him? That's cool, man. I'm glad you guys are here. Subscribe. It's good to see you. It's good to talk to people that fish, you know? He's a nice guy. He's got a gentle soul. A guy that was just here, his grandson just wrote. He's like, "Hey, thanks for talking to my grandpa. He had a good time." We chit-chatted for about 45 minutes. Just talking about life. Yeah. Pass the time. Oh, that fucking current is strong underneath. God, mine's already pulled all the way over there.
Over there at the crib.
I just, you know, it's just weird. I mean, you couldn't ask for a better day. I mean, I don't know why nothing's biting. I wonder if we'll catch mud puppies again this year.
I know, right?
Maybe it just needs to be a little bit more shallow. No, that's too shallow.
They got like altogether maybe 4 days open.
Yeah, it's from that water.
Yeah, I know there's like 2 that are fully open, and they have a couple of them that are partially open.
If anybody's going to catch fish, it's going to be that pole because that's where that hole is. That's current. If it's a fish, it's going to be a sharp jab. You know that though. I don't think anything's going to bite. I mean, I heard boaters say that they haven't caught shit today either. Earlier when I was out here setting up, man, I was fucking sweating.
I know I was working at mom and dad's. Sweating. Yeah, my sweater and everything's over here. I don't have my other sweater. So what were Angie's requests?
Oh, to put her in her chair.
Oh, well, that ain't happening.
Yeah. I told her I was going fishing today. She was like, "Yeah, I kind of figured you were." She must have been bored because when I was trying to leave, she wouldn't shut up. I was like, "I gotta go. I'll see you tomorrow." I said, "I'm here
She does that
tomorrow."
every time, though. Or don't you
Yeah.
remember that?
Oh, I've walked out of the house and she's still talking.
I know. Like I said, she does that every time you're trying to leave. She'll talk to you.
Yeah, and like when I'm there, she won't talk sometimes. She's on her phone and then I'm leaving, then all of a sudden she wants to talk. It's like, well,
You had your time to talk.
yeah, sorry, I'm going home. Now, when you said about the windows, I was like, fuck, that's a good idea.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what made me think of it. Then I was gonna message you earlier in the day and I forgot. Shoot, look, please tell me you opened the window. Cats are enjoying it, although Sylvester tried to bite the crap out of me because I went to go pet him on the butt.
Yeah, he was wheezing this morning when I woke up. So,
What?
wheezing.
Wheezing?
I mean, I hope he's okay. I mean, he was laying down right next to me like ninja. I woke up, I thought it was Pervy Bird till I put my hand on him, and I could tell by the fur. I'm like, well, look at you fucking taking a nap by me.
I want to get him checked. Buckle down and do it.
What's that?
Maybe it's just buckle down and make him look. Well, he's due for his physical. Then maybe I can get some medication for his fur and stuff.
Mm.
They can't start their boat.
Well, that sucks.
I thought it was a bird at first. It's the boat.
Hope you got a trolling motor.
That's why you make sure everything works before you take it out. Whether you got to put it up and then run it or whatnot.
Yeah.
Have the water right there.
Might have.
Not a bad idea to own a boat. Have paddles with.
Yeah, you should always have a paddle.
You never know.
If he's got a troller, I mean, he can troll across right away. He'll get pushed down, but at least he'll be on shore. It's probably flooded. Ugh. How deep is it there? It is about 60 feet deep out in the center. Uh, it was formed by a glacier flood about 10,000 years ago within a few days. So, but we got about 10 more minutes and then we're probably going to call it quits. So we haven't had anything today.
This will get a free weekend this weekend.
Throw out the mills. Be free. Can't believe I got skunked. Yeah, it happens. Even to the best of us. Yeah. Yeah, they sit in trees. There's a couple cranes over there too. I can hear them chirping.
Oh, I can too. They're over there. Oh my god, it's freaking up.
Well, thanks for joining us. We're going to say bye.